Hi, my name is Lenny Trevino, and I'm going to talk about an essay that we submitted for my English class. And I wrote about the similarities between the war in Afghanistan back in a few decades, and the conflict that Palestine is going through right now, which I think is a lot to learn from them, for both of them, and we need to do a lot, like a society, to avoid these kind of situations. So to give a little bit of context about these two conflicts, the war of Afghanistan back in 2001, when it started, was because after the 9/11 attacks on the United States, the states decided to invade Afghanistan to beat the Al-Qaeda team, and also the Taliban regime, which was controlling the lands of Afghanistan and doing a lot of damage to the population back there. But they did a lot of harm to this society in all of these years, because it wasn't just like 1 or 5 years doing this. It was until 2021 when the actual war ended. Maybe the most controversial conflicts and the worst part happened back in 2001 and 2013, if I can remember well. But they retired the troops until 2021, and just when they retire, the Taliban regime got in control again. So it was 2 decades of harm just for them to live, and that group that they were trying to beat down, he was back again instantly. And it was horrible, because they left and they take control, and they started to put their own laws to the people, and mostly the child and the woman, because they did a lot of harm to women, putting laws on them, denying them the education and free will, and they couldn't go out just as freely as we do, and they depend extremely of men. So it's a little controversial how they try to make peace all these 20 years, and then they live after these 20 years, and it's practically, or maybe for nothing, after taking down hospitals, houses, killing a lot of innocent people, both of the parties. Now, talking about the Israeli-Palestinian conflict, and that is more about territory. And the context is that they wanted to explain or to own that the roots of the land, that it wasn't actually a state back in the day. So it's a conflict about interest, about land, but they are involving all of the people there, and the childs and the families, and women are suffering because of the bombs, of the poverty, because of the poverty. Because I've seen a lot of videos, because it's a lot of media out there, like in TikTok and Facebook, or everywhere, of these people recording what they are happening, what they are going through, what is happening, and it's very traumatizing for a child, because sometimes it's a mom with her, I don't know, 3-year-old child, and we need to think about how life will be for these kids and these families if they made it out of this conflict, because now it's about if they are gonna live or not, because out of nowhere you can have a bomb in your house. And when it was Afghanistan, a soldier from the States could get into your house and shoot everything, and all the other party will came and threw a bomb in it, and you were dead even if you didn't have anything to do with that conflict directly. So this is the same thing that is happening, and the most concerning thing about this is that the social or the political parts are not doing anything, because all the political solution seems to be out of reach, and they are not even doing anything. There's a lot of conservative people that, meanwhile, the North American people is fighting about I don't know, when they were fighting about the elections and laws about Donald Trump and all his childish laws that he was putting on everything. There were people actually dying in Gaza, in Palestine. So it's something we need to talk about, and how privileged we are to be in a country, maybe in your house safe, because I know we live in Mexico is also a problematic and an insecure country, but we are safer, or we're out of getting a bomb in your house, or not being able to eat or where to live. So maybe we're maybe just a little bit better in these circumstances, privileged. But we need to work as a society about what are we gonna do about these people, and how we can help indirectly or directly to them. Thank you.